America's listening to Fox News.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The FBI says a man who attacked a Michigan synagogue this month was inspired to kill Jews by Iran-backed Hezbollah militants.
The FBI says Ayman Ghazali, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Lebanon, left a trove of digital evidence behind, including a video prior to the attack at Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, stating he wanted to kill as many of them as possible before ramming his truck with incendiary devices into the synagogue.
The violent criminal act by an individual who is inspired by or associated with a designated foreign terrorist organization.
Jennifer Runyon, head of the FBI in Detroit, saying Ghazali killed himself after a security guard opened fire on him. There's significant fire damage at Temple Israel. No students or staff in the synagogue were hurt.
It's Fox's Jeff Bonasso, the co-founder of a sex-focused women's wellness company, One Taste, is sentenced to 9 years in federal prison in order to pay $12 million. Nicole Daydone was convicted in New York of forced labor conspiracy, accused of coercing vulnerable women into sex work and being cut off from family and friends. The company's former head of sales was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Daydone had more than 24 supporters in court and 200 letters written on her behalf. The Final Four at the women's college basketball tournament is set. All top seeds.
Number 1, Texas, with a dominant 77-41 victory over number 2, Michigan. The Longhorns head to the Final Four for the second straight year. They will face number 1, UCLA on Friday. And number 1, South Carolina, defeating number 3, TCU, 78-52. The Gamecocks trying to win their 4th national title in 8 years. They play number 1, UConn on Friday. This marks the first time since 2018 that all of the 1 seeds have reached the Final Four.
It's Fox's Tony Genualdo. Severe storms that moved through parts of the Midwest last night are forecast to hit the Great Lakes today. Dow futures are higher ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Tuesday. It is the final day of March 31st, 2026. This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. We're also at Radio Para Mi, the free app. Hope you can find that. Listen on your smartphone. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby. Well, today could be the last day that parents can apply for the school choice voucher program in the state of Texas.
And the TRO at least a couple more times.
That's a procedural issue. So under the federal rules, TROs typically.
It was March 17th when U.S. District Judge Alfred Bennett granted a temporary restraining order extending the school voucher application window until March 31st. It was in response to lawsuits filed by private schools left out of the program. Since the next hearing in that case isn't until April 24th, the judge is expected to extend the TRO at least a couple more times.
That's a procedural issue. So under the federal rules, TROs typically are for 14 days. Judges have discretion to extend them, but as a practical matter, courts usually require the parties to come in and ask for the extension.
Attorney Eric Hudson represents the Muslim private schools. They have filed for the extension. We should find out the judge's response later today.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Up in D.C., Democrats continue to insist on major changes to immigration, customs enforcement, ICE, before TSA is funded. As a result, you get all the long lines for many days. President Trump last Friday signed an executive order to improvise payment for TSA, directing Homeland Security money toward TSA to try to ease those long lines. So now we might be seeing light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to the long lines at the airports.
If you've been to the airport lately, you've seen the line sneaking past Cinnabon halfway to the next zip code, it seems like. It's really been serious at both Houston and Austin airports. President Trump has signed an executive order to pay TSA agents.
The wait times should go back to normal in the next few days as people receive payments so they can buy gas and come to work. But until that occurs, it should all come to an end pretty quick.
Johnny Jones is with the union that represents TSA agents out of DFW Airport. He says going a month without pay has been a tough issue for security guards all across the nation.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. Police in Donna, they're asking for your help in locating an individual who was responsible for a weekend shooting. The shooting happened around the area of North 2nd and Ash Street on Saturday afternoon. Police are currently searching for the driver of a white SUV that was seen in the 500 block of North 2nd Street in Donna. It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. And Texas hunters need to be ready for some major changes.
New requirements for getting a hunting license are about to go into effect. Starting this year, you'll have to prove you're a Texas resident with a driver's license or an ID. Sean Hoffman with the Texas Wildlife Association says most hunters already do this.
However, the rub is those who purchase licenses online will have to provide that proof of residence.
He says you'll have to take a photo and upload it. The move was made to crack down on people pretending to be Texans to get lower priced licenses.
Michael Board reporting at 7:09. It is AccuWeather time, and AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us again. And I want to say thank you first to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. They provide us a 7 o'clock AccuWeather. Give them the best. Purina Nutrition for pets, livestock, and exotics at Martin Farm and Ranch. Jason, I noticed the write-up on the forecast today. I thought we had agreed to lower the temperature a little bit this weekend, right? I see Saturday at around 95. So the tail end of that cool front, is that gone? That possibility of that cooler air? Maybe some.
No, it looks like it's going to come in for, excuse me, with for Easter.
For Sunday. Sunday's when we get the energy.
Excuse me. There we go.
All right. So
Sunday should be much cooler. Saturday night we can get some thunderstorms down into the low 60s, and then Sunday for Easter, cloudy, cooler, some thunderstorms around mid 60s.
Oof! Wow, we go from mid 90s on Saturday to mid 60s,
almost a 30-degree drop.
Excellent.
94 Saturday, 65 Sunday.
All right, so dig into next week. Then, do we keep that cooler air 70s and? Maybe Monday, Tuesday, or what do you say? What's the plan for next week?
Hang on, let me extend it out a little bit here.
Taking loads of temperatures as a result of that.
Yeah, near 70 Monday, mid and upper 70s Tuesday, near 80 Wednesday, low 80s Thursday. So much of the upcoming week's looking more comfortable.
But Saturday night to Sunday morning would be the only time for rain as a result of this thing crossing. No more moisture.
Saturday night, Sunday, we could have a couple thunderstorms, maybe a couple of showers late Sunday night, and then it dries up for us again.
All right, Bill. Texas travel going to get interesting as a result. Let's say Saturday, headed north, Central Texas, San Antonio, all that.
Houston.
Get rain. Normally, you can expect to get rain.
Yeah. So thunderstorm Friday. Couple of thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Saturday, rain and a thunderstorm in the afternoon for Houston, then breezy with rain and a thunderstorm Sunday. Dallas, gusty thunderstorm in the afternoon, hail, damaging winds, isolated tornado possible into the evening hours with periods of rain, some of it heavy. Saturday, periods of rain and a thunderstorm in the morning. Dry for Easter, though, more clouds and sun, mid 60s. And San Antonio, Saturday, periods of rain and a thunderstorm, mid and upper 70s. Some rain, heavy at times Saturday night, and then breezy in the morning, then filtered sun for dry for Easter Sunday.
Again, those last two mentions, that was Houston, that was San Antonio up in Central Texas and Southeast Texas. For us, maybe, we're still calling AccuWeather. Who's we? AccuWeather is calling for maybe some moisture around here somewhere. Saturday night to Sunday morning, and a significant change in weather, man. Mid 60s for highs on Sunday. So it begs the question: Sunday night to Monday morning, how cold would that be? 50s or
mid and upper 50s? Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. On the AccuWeather forecast for today, I mentioned that first. 93-ish. And what's that, Freddie? Attaboy. 95 tomorrow. And enjoy some tater tots. It's National Tater Day.
Yeah, I love tater tots. I saw that earlier.
All right, pal. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on 710 KURV. Time is 7:12. The Iran war prompting new economic concerns. That would be inflation.
We don't have economic data right now showing exactly what's happening in this moment because that tends to lag 6 to 8 weeks. So we're relying heavily on projections and they aren't looking great. They include this one, the OECD. This one just came out, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It now says the U.S. inflation could rise above 4% this year. That is double the target. We're sitting right now around 3%. And this could be largely driven by the war in Iran and higher energy prices.
That's reporter Alicia Nieves. Well, beginning today, smokable hemp products will become illegal in Texas. This will affect some small businesses.
One of those businesses affected is owned by Sean Claudio. He owns the Dallas Hemp Company and says the crackdown on smokable hemp will cut into his business by about 30%.
We built this with our families, with, everybody that works here. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I get emotional.
The Department of State Health Services put into effect the new regulations, but there have been a number of lawsuits filed to fight those, including the latest by Boomtown Vapor. The owner of World Smoke and Vape in Dallas told me that with all the litigation pending, he's crossing his fingers the new rules will be stopped or at least postponed.
7:13 on the Valley's Morning News. And for the past 40 years, if you had a heart attack, you were often prescribed beta blockers. That might be changing.
American College of Cardiology and Heart Association guidelines now say it's safe for low-risk patients to stop taking those drugs after a year or two. Beta blockers are medications that lower blood pressure and slow the heartbeat. The problem is they often cause annoying side effects like dizziness, fatigue, and dry mouth or eyes. Health experts say if you think you're low risk for another heart attack, see your cardiologist for a checkup and don't try to ditch beta blockers on your own. I'm Jim Roop.
UTRGV could be the path toward a legal degree, a law degree for some. It's a small program. It's a partnership between UTRGV and St. Mary's University from San Antonio. A conversation with Dr. Guy Bailey, president of UTRGV. That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Time to tango at the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic, Friday, April 17th. Travel to the heart of Argentina, right here in McAllen, where you'll be seduced by the most coveted wines imaginable as you lose yourself to the tango. Just dancing under the stars at Quinta Mazatlan. It's a night of wine, exquisite cuisine from our finest local chefs, and irresistible rhythm. Reserve your table today, 956-630-2331.
Save more with the #1 team in Texas, Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh. Take advantage of amazing savings and drive a new Sierra 1500 for only $40,000 or $119 a month. You heard right, just $40,000 and it's yours, or just $119 a month lease. We know who's #1. You are valued customer. Come see Billy Kelly and his amazing team in Edinburgh today. We shop the competition so you don't have to with the #1 team in Texas, Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh. GMC, we are professional grade.
Dale gas.
More than just the headlines.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Tuesday. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV on your station for Houston Astros play-by-play. We got the Astros again tonight. The 6:40 pregame against the Red Sox. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women for Astros baseball on Saturday. Big news from UTRGV just a few days back. We got ourselves a path to getting a law degree at UTRGV. Joining us is Dr. Guy Bailey, president of our university, this partnership with St. Mary's University. So how comprehensive is it, Dr. B? Can someone go to UTRGV, do something online? And how does it work, this new partnership? Are we looking at a new law degree possibility through the university?
Absolutely. It's actually through St. Mary's, and this is a
Okay.
partnership with St. Mary's. They've been very helpful throughout all of this, and we can't say enough about how good they were to work with, and we can't say how happy we are for what they're doing in the Valley. What they're doing, they're guaranteeing a number of seats in their law school for our students, and they have a degree, a legal degree online. Representative Martinez in Weslaco is currently enrolled in that, and and that's how we found out about it. And so, what they're going to do, though, we have a portion of our library set aside for this, where students can come and take these courses online together, can receive the kind of instruction and assistance that they need in law school, which is quite a commitment that you take. In addition to that, we have programs designed to enhance our undergraduate education to prepare people for law school as well. So it's a combination of things. It's what we'll be doing for our undergraduate students, helping them prepare for law school, and then the guaranteed slots. And I think those slots will increase over time. And so, we'll start off with 5, and if that works, I'm sure it'll get larger and larger as we go along, and we know it will, because there's such an interest in the Valley. A lot of Valley kids go to St. Mary's anyway. St. Mary's is always, we've got a daughter and 2 nieces who are St. Mary's graduates. It's just some place that kids from the Valley are comfortable with. So I think St. Mary's comfort level with our kids, our young people, our young people's comfort level with St. Mary's, the availability of this, so that you can do it in the evenings, you can do it whenever, you can be working full time, and remember, law school's expensive, so you may need to work full time to do this. The support services you'll have, and then the preparation for our undergraduates, that whole package, I think, really it makes this a big win for the Rio Grande Valley.
When does this program kick in? Next semester?
This fall. Yeah, this fall. That's right. It starts very soon, and as I said, it was very important to St. Mary's to have a location on our campus where they got support services and the kinds of things that other students get. And so, our library, of course, is the heart of the campus. It's really the heart of any university, and this is there in space in the library, dedicated space. And so, I think there's a tremendous context and support mechanism for our students. This is going to be a very good program. As I said, I think it will get larger and larger over time, and who knows where it leads to.
All I can think of right now, all the lawyer jokes that pop up in a case like this. Like, why does the world need more lawyers? Like how many actual lawyer jokes are there, Dr. B? Do you know?
I have no idea, but there are many of them. So.
There's only one, Dr. B. There's only one. The rest are real stories.
That's good. That's really good. That one I had not heard. But
who approached us on this one? Did we approach St. Mary's or vice versa?
Well, it's interesting. All of the credit goes here to Representative Martinez, who brought us together. Mondo really was the glue that pulled the things together. He suggested this to us. We got in touch with St. Mary's. They were, excited about doing it. And so we've been planning this for a year now, at least, maybe a little more than that. And our provost, Luis Zayas, Dr. Zayas, has been the point person working this. And he deserves a lot of credit for the work, because what looks like a simple thing, you're working with 2 institutions, one public, one private, one part of the UT system, one part of no system at all. One affiliated with the Catholic Church, the other not affiliated with any religious order. And so you've got all of these things that have to be worked through, and so it's a much more complicated process than people realize. And Dr. Zayas has done a wonderful job of working through this.
Dr. Guy Bailey, President, UT-RGV. There is a new partnership and a small cohort, about a handful of individuals participating in this new opportunity to attain a law degree at St. Mary's University, and of course, UT-RGV helping out in this partnership. Does this open up the possibility, Dr. B, of maybe new partnerships with other universities, other names nationwide? Do you see that happening in any other discipline, or is that something that the regions would need to examine to try to open up that can of worms?
No, that's really a campus matter, and so we are able to do that ourselves. And yes, we have many partnerships that you probably don't know about. We have partnerships with Oak Ridge National Labs, and that's been a big partnership for us as we look at energy production and battery storage and so forth. So those partnerships, sometimes they're in the news, they're announced, sometimes they're not. We have a number of partnerships like that with other entities. Here's the difference. Most of those involve something like research. It's much harder to put together the educational piece of this. And so, but we're always open to those opportunities. Any opportunity we have to advance educational opportunities for our students, that's something we're going to take advantage of.
The big story a few days back was this French auto component electronics automaker Valeo for McAllen, big manufacturing site, very high salary jobs, many of those as well coming. Of course, we have SpaceX, and we have liquefied natural gas at the port, and this America First refinery.
That's right.
And all types of engineering gigs, from chemical engineering to advanced manufacturing. Maybe comment a bit on these fledgling opportunities in advanced manufacturing and the studies at the university, and how our UT-RGV can create a pipeline for that.
Well, this is extremely important for us. We have over 5,000 engineering students, and they're excellent students. Here's the problem. Most of them graduate and go somewhere else because there are not opportunities in the Valley. And so the governor told me a couple of years ago that he really appreciated us because we were helping solve the engineering shortage in Houston. Well, that's great, but we want those engineers to stay right here and be part of the Rio Grande Valley. And so this new venture, all of the things that are happening in Brownsville are very important for keeping our kids here in the Rio Grande Valley. I should add that we are expanding our engineering in Brownsville, and beginning this coming year, this fall, you'll be able to take all of the courses for both a mechanical and a civil engineering degree in Brownsville. And that's extremely important for what's happening down there. In the past, it's very expensive to set up the labs, especially for a mechanical engineering. It requires a machine shop, a lot of very expensive things. But we are duplicating all of that in Brownsville. You'll be able to do everything there that you can do in Edinburgh. And of course, we're looking at what's happening there in doing this. And again, this new venture in the Upper Valley really provides opportunities for our students. We hope internships, employment when they graduate is very important for us.
I wanted to ask you one quick headline that I found fascinating, which is an example of the trickling in of grant money left and right. UT-RGV awarded over $1 million. It was a NASA grant to develop artificial intelligence enhanced biodegradable sensors for planetary science research, public health, climate studies as well. Just a sample of, I'm guessing, a lot of the grants and money that is accessible to them on this new engineering path for
you're absolutely right. There are a lot of those things that you look at biodegradable. What's that mean? You won't really, it won't mean anything to you until it is used in a product, until it's, if you think about things, and you go into Austin now, you've got these driverless, cars that you can get into. And so I haven't gotten the courage up to try one yet, but those things were developed through research over years and years at institutions just like ours. And so when you think about it, the new products often have years and years of development behind them. Grants like this, biodegradable sensors, will become extremely important as you move forward. And I can't tell you what all the applications are, but as you read, some of them are quite interesting.
Quick update on some of the brick and mortar projects that are in the works coming up later in the year. You got the Coastal Studies program. What else is being developed right now? Might be opening up this year.
We start down at Port Isabel. Of course, the Coastal Studies facility is underway. You move into Brownsville, the old Longoria School, which we're renovating as a fine arts complex, is well underway and moving forward. It's $35 million investment. Then you move up to Harlingen, and we're renovating what used to be the old United Supermarket into a big facility for physical and occupational therapy. That's where our physical and occupational therapy, and remember, physical therapy started this past fall. It's a terrific program. We send a lot of kids outside the valley to get their doctorates in physical therapy. Move on into McAllen, and we've got the old Monitor building being renovated for optometry. So wherever you go in the valley, we've got something at work, and that's how we like it. We like to spread things across the valley, and you can see that each one of those communities has a stellar program that's being developed there in that facility.
Got about a minute left, Dr. Bailey. What do you meet with the regents next, and what's on the shopping list? If is there anything you want to share with us?
Well, we meet with them in May. We're looking at buying some additional property in Brownsville. We've got big plans for expansion there. As you mentioned, the LNG and the next decade, the refinery, all of these things. As all of these things happen, we need to begin to expand more there, and so we're on top of that. We'll be looking at buying some property there. So we have a great deal going on, and some of which I can't tell you about now, but you'll read in the news over the course of the summer.
And we hope to bring you right back.
That's right. Yeah, I'll in fact, some of it maybe we can announce right here.
All right. We'll put that on the radar. Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you.
You be well. We'll call you again. That's Dr. Guy Bailey, UT-RGV president. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Check of news, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. The countdown is officially underway for NASA's first crewed mission around the moon in more than 50 years. In fact, it's 53 years last time. Reports say that Artemis 2, the test flight, is scheduled to launch tomorrow from Cape Kennedy about 5:24 our time, and the weather forecast looks pretty good. Spain is closing its airspace to any U.S. aircraft involved in the war in Iran. And Nestle saying that the world's supply of Kit Kat chocolate bars is not being impacted after a huge heist last week.
Give me a break, woo! Give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
The company confirmed 12 tons of Kit Kat bars were stolen while being transported from a factory in central Italy to their destination in Poland. A Kit Kat spokesperson said, "We're always encouraging people to have a break with Kit Kat, but it seems that thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate. The truck and more than 400,000 Kit Kat bars have yet to be located." I'm Mark Mayfield.
News Talk 710 KURV is your station in the Valley for Houston Astros play-by-play. They did good last night against the Red Sox. They play again tonight, 6:40 pregame on 710 KURV. Check of sports up next.
Busy schedule? No time for laundry? Let Quality Cleaners take laundry off your to-do list. Quality Cleaners is a full-service dry cleaners that specializes in dry cleaning, professional press and starch, and also special care for delicate fabrics so your clothes always look their best. Plus, they offer wash, dry, and fold laundry service with same-day turnaround. The best part? Wash, dry, and fold is just $1.99 a pound. Quality Cleaners now open at their brand new location in McAllen on 10th and Dove next to the Blue Onion with an easy drive-through for fast drop-off and pickup. Quality Cleaners is perfect for busy parents, professionals, teachers, nurses, doctors, anyone who just doesn't have time to do it all. And right now, new customers can save with the Quality Cleaners new customer discount. Available now through April 30th. Visit Quality Cleaners at their brand new location on 10th and Dove in McAllen next to the Blue Onion, or call 956-322-5353. That's 956-322-5353. Quality Cleaners. Clean clothes, zero stress.
Avoiding unnecessary trips to the store. I'm sure that has crossed your mind, has crossed mine several times. Well, gas isn't cheap right now. And as you burn gas going back and forth, let's say, for example, you burn gas running to HE butt because you got no water, or you think you got no water. Yeah, you got water. You just don't like it. You want to taste bottled water. How about tasting purified water? Well, sir, ain't that the same? No, it's not. Because when you fill plastic bottles full of truly purified water, well, at some point, with heat and time and having those packs of water sitting there, that plastic will leach in those microplastics. Call Culligan for only $35 a month. You could have your very own water purification system, state-of-the-art equipment from Culligan, cleaning up, scrubbing up all that water. It tastes so good. They connect it to the ice box. You got perfect ice cubes as well for cooking, for ice cubes, for cleaning, like little medical equipment like I do on the weekend for my son. Call Culligan. Get your own water purification system. Have a reliable stream of truly purified, clean, wonderful tasting water, and drink more water because that's good for you. So call Culligan today. It's only $35 a month. 956-399-1780.
Your Houston Astros host the Boston Red Sox. Tune in later tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. And News Talk 710. KURV. Are you ready?
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros picked up a big win over the Boston Red Sox yesterday by a score of 8-1. Up 1-0 in the bottom of the third, Yordan Alvarez cranked this two-run bomb to go up 3-0.
Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, hammered, right field, gone!
Clips courtesy of Steve Sparks and the Astros Radio Network. As a whole, the Astros hit 3 more homers after this, with 2 of them being from star player Jose Altuve. Here was his second home run of the night to give the Astros an 8-1 lead.
1-1. That is ripped deep to left field. Back on it is Anthony looking up. See you later!
Clips courtesy of Robert Ford and the Astros Radio Network. Houston will be back in action tonight in their second of a 3-game series versus the Red Sox. The Texas Rangers picked up a solid 5-2 win over the Baltimore Orioles last night in Camden Yards. The Rangers got on the board in the first inning via an RBI single from Jake Berger. Despite a couple scares later on, the Rangers subdued the Orioles for most of the game. The team will be back in action later today to take on the Orioles, and Jacob deGrom will get the start for Texas. Baseball wasn't the only sport Texas was winning last night, with the San Antonio Spurs beating the Chicago Bulls 129-114. Victor Wembanyama led the game with 41 points, along with 16 rebounds for a double-double. With a win, the Spurs extend their winning streak to 9 games. They'll be back in action tomorrow to take on the Golden State Warriors on the road. The Dallas Mavericks suffered a blowout loss at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves last night, 124-94. Daniel Gafford led the team in scoring with 21 points on the night. The Mavs will return to action tonight as they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm Adam C., and this is your Texas in the Morning Sports Report.
We start this Tuesday morning. Temperatures 70, 71, McAllen, Edinburgh Mission, and it is 73 at Starbase and the Rio Grande Valley, Port of Brownsville, downtown Brownsville, 72, 73. And Harlingen, mid-60s right now. AccuWeather says highs should be in the low to mid-90s today, tomorrow, next day. Change in weather for the weekend. Interesting. I hope it holds. I really hope it holds. So the plan on Saturday, hot again, mid-90s. And then Saturday night to Sunday morning, somewhere, some rain, cold front. Highs at the moment, AccuWeather says highs on Sunday should be mid-60s. That's pretty nice. Porter Bridge wait times, as posted on KURV.com. go to our website and take a look at what U.S. Customs and Border Protection is reporting. So if you're headed back to Brownsville, it is an hour and a half wait time at B&M. It is an hour, 15 minutes at Gateway, 40 minutes at the Veterans Bridge. And if you're headed back to the McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area, who's busy right now? See, 30 minutes at Hidalgo and Farr. It's close to an hour on San Luis. Business news, check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV. Imagine trying to sell your home for 3 years. No movement, no interest, hardly any visits, nothing. Naranjas. That's a nightmare scenario, don't you think? Yeah, it would be. See, that was the problem that Arturo and Corina were facing. But problem solved when they finally met the Ryan and Brian real estate team. The Ryan and Brian real estate team will make sure that that nightmare scenario doesn't happen to you. So call them first. Have a conversation with the Ryan and Brian real estate team if you need to sell your home. Don't be like this poor couple. Had to wait 3 years to finally discover the best real estate team in this entire region, the Ryan and Brian real estate team. These folks reach thousands of potential buyers every day, routinely helping the Ryan and Brian team sell homes fast and for the most money possible. So only after a few months of trying, the Ryan and Brian real estate team did what other agents couldn't do for 3 years. They sold Arturo and Corina's house. This could be you, my friend. Call them today, 956-540-2536. The only team I'm trusting to help me buy or sell a home, the Ryan and Brian team at ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC40 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, a Bird Ogden Auto Group dealership. Dale gas!
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Spring is in the air, and for some of us, that means allergy medication for all plants starting to bloom. So go to Lee's Pharmacy. They can guide you to relief. Hard to find meds? Go to Lee's. Doctor ordered a special compound med? Go to Lee's. They are one of the few pharmacies that know how and carry the compounds needed to make just what the doctor ordered. Lee's Pharmacy also carries medical equipment. So go to Lee's. They've got it. Lee's Pharmacy, giving back to the community that made them great. Lee's Pharmacy at Xenia and 10th and on Ridge Road and 1st Street.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen, Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Unilever is implementing a 3-month hiring pause as it tackles challenges arising from the Middle East conflict. The consumer goods firm is among the various sectors hit by the Iran war, from airlines to retailers. The conflict is disrupting supply chains and adding to the cost of living pressures for consumers. Novo Nordisk has launched a multi-month subscription program for its Wegovy obesity drug products that aims to ensure cash-paying patients pay lower, predictable monthly prices. Eligible patients can choose between 3, 6, or 12-month subscriptions. Heading to a gas station will not be fun. Oil prices are up. Brent has surged by more than 3% after President Trump said he would end the war in Iran even if the Strait of Hormuz is not immediately reopened. West Texas Intermediate currently sitting at 103.26 per barrel. Brent currently sitting at 116.60 per barrel. Futures are still sharply higher as President Trump works to end the conflict in the Middle East. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 49. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says highs today, mid-90s again. Same thing tomorrow and the next day. And then all the way to Saturday, likely low to mid-90s. Saturday night, they say, at the moment, they say, watch for a cold front across the area Saturday night to Sunday. Meantime, it can be mid-90s every day. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News in about 2 minutes. Hope you can join us on your smartphone. You and I do everything else on the smartphone, right? So go find the free app, Radio Para Mí, and listen to 710 KURV at Radio Para Mí. Years ago, being an only son, years ago, I had to take care of my mom and dad. Loved them so much, and I was grateful that I was able to spend. It didn't make me at all happy that they were so frail and in pain. Especially my dad suffered a neurological issue, and you know how it is. You grow up with your mom. For those of y'all who had good ones, right? Good mom and dad. You just have all these wonderful memories, but all that is tainted because your heart breaks to see them so frail and vulnerable and in pain. You are not alone. I found that out. I have no brothers and sisters, right? I thank God for some of my extended family up in Houston that helped out for a short season. But you are not alone. Even if you have brothers and sisters, sometimes, like it said, de todos no se hace uno. Of all of them, you can't even find one good son or daughter. Healthcare Unlimited. I want to remind you of HCU. Call them today. You are not alone in helping take care of your precious mom and dad, because I know you want for them what they want. They want to be independent. They don't want to be cooped up somewhere. They want to be at home, familiar surroundings, places they feel comfortable. Call Healthcare Unlimited. They can help you keep mom and dad at home as long as possible, like they did for me, my parents. 994-9911. Healthcare Unlimited, just daily tasks, cooking a meal, cleaning up the house a little bit, helping them with a bathing and a little bit of medicine help here, and buttoning up shirts and all those things, putting on socks. Yeah, day-to-day common stuff to help your mom and dad stay at home where they want to be. Call Healthcare Unlimited, 994-9911.
They say that actions speak louder than words, so we'll let the all-new state-of-the-art BMW Afar show you what that means. Choose from an incredible selection of new BMWs and get exceptional service today. Right now, you can lease a 2026 BMW X3 30 xDrive just $569 a month with $5169 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. Visit the corner of Expressway 281 and Owasso in Far. Come find your new BMW today at BMW of Far, a Bird Ogden Auto Group dealership.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu, and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058, and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
You can also tune in on your smartphone at Radio Para Mí, the free app. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina saying, steady as it goes, Captain. Should be in the low to mid 90s for about 4 more days. Still the hope of a cold front Saturday night to Sunday. We'll speak with AccuWeather about that daily, so join us on the morning news. Right now, temperatures mostly in the low 70s across South Texas. It's upper 60s mid-valley. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump not mincing his words to U.S. allies this morning, writing on Truth Social, the USA won't be there to help you anymore, just like you weren't there for us, and go get your own oil. AAA reports this morning the average price for a gallon of gas over $4 for the first time since 2022.
I'm pessimistic. I think it's just going to get worse.
That meant at a gas station in California. The Department of War delivering an update on the conflict with Iran that's 5 weeks old.
She simply looked up at me with a sly smile on her face and said, "More bombs, sir, and bigger bombs." we will happily oblige her.
Or Secretary Pete Hegseth relating a talk he had with a senior service member. And the Secretary adds, strikes are causing widespread desertions in Iran. America's listening to Fox News.
Police in Donna are asking for the public's help in locating an individual suspected in a weekend shooting. Shooting happened on North 2nd and Ash on Saturday afternoon about 5:45. And investigators say that this individual fired multiple shots and wounded one person. Police are searching for the driver of a white SUV that was seen at the 500 block of North 2nd Street. Calls to poison centers around the country have spiked to a record high in connection with an herbal substance called kratom.
A new report from the CDC points to a study showing a more than 12,000% increase in kratom-related calls over the last decade, including a large increase just last year. Kratom is taken for pain relief, mood enhancement, and to relieve symptoms of opioid withdrawal. Several states have banned kratom, but in ones where it's legal, it can be found at gas stations and convenience stores. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
And new requirements for obtaining hunting and fishing licenses in Texas will take place later this year after approval from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Office.
The updated rules add proof of residency requirements aimed at preventing people from falsely claiming Texas residency to get those lower-priced licenses. The changes go into effect on August 1st, about 2 weeks before the annual hunting and fishing licenses go on sale, which is August 15th. Officials say the goal is to reduce fraud and ensure only eligible buyers receive resident discounts and benefits. For Texas residents and most applicants from other states, the process will remain largely unchanged. You'll still need to present a valid ID, unexpired driver's license, or personal ID card when purchasing a license.
As reporter Jeff Burkett. Thank you for tuning in to News Talk 710 KURV. Your station for Astros baseball. We got the Astros again tonight. 6:40 pregame from Houston against the Red Sox. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women for Astros baseball on 710 KURV.
Hi there. My name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile-long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions. Huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.